It's the weekend. It's Mailbag in a slightly different lineup to what was advertised. We have got Pete, Matt, and Laura are together in a top secret location. And we've got a very special guest coming up who we'll introduce in a minute. But we'll go to the first question purely for the special guest because Maggie asked. She does this kind of singing thing every week after we have never done Mailbag karaoke. So she asks for a different sort of genre of music every week. This week, group mouth kazoo version of Spirit of the Blues. So who better to do this than an Everton diva, an Everton icon, possibly be an Everton legend when she wins her first Eurovision. But Pepper Mills.
Oh yeah, you've got to introduce it properly, Les. Otherwise, she won't talk.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'll give her a proper intro. Okay,
Right,
ready? In a world where Maggie asks a question, the Blue Room needs someone to play the kazoo. Only one person can save them now. Introducing the internationally acclaimed musical sensation, the songbird of our generation, the one, the only, Pepper Mills. I mean, that is perfect, isn't it? That's like, I mean, wow.
Pepper, thank you very much. That was outstanding. Looking forward to the derby tomorrow.
Yes, very much so.
Very much looking forward to the derby next week.
Not so not so much, but we move.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a bookended week, that isn't it?
It is indeed.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you've got a new single coming out today, haven't you?
Yes, yeah, a new single today, and there will be a derby video for next week as well for the men's.
Tremendous. When will that be out? Just sometime next week.
Friday, I'm hoping for, but don't hold me on it.
Okay, well, good. Look forward to that then. I mean, I feel this has already answered the first hot topic question. Basically, the news has been horrific. Like all week, there's been nothing. So, has anybody, apart from Pepper, with a new song, kazoo playing, and all that, has anybody got any good news? Anyone? Anything?
Good news. I mean, there hasn't been much, has there? There hasn't been much. If you ask me again tomorrow at 6:30, I might possibly have some good news if we get a good result at Anfield. But
yeah,
maybe we're saving it all up for that.
Matt, Laura,
I reckon I've got some good news. I'm going back to work on Tuesday. So
Ooh.
there's that.
Is it good news? I suppose so in the circumstances.
Well, yeah, it is in the circumstances. Yeah. So
good stuff.
We'll go with that. We move.
Matt.
Yeah, not for me.
No?
No, really, no.
I mean, the good news of your weekend is that you were stood with a bona fide superstar last night, weren't you, at the clientele gig?
Something about the gig you went to last night.
Oh, God, yeah. Sorry, you're coming through really quiet, Les.
Everyone else is fine, but Les, you are...
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're a pretty face, but...
Come on. Oh, yeah,
I will speak a bit louder then. So, yeah, Ryan, who listens to all the Blue Room stuff, recognised me at the clientele gig last night. And it's always quite disarming when someone's like, you Les Roberts? Yeah. So you feel dead good, but you feel a bit of a dickhead as well. But it was lovely to speak to him. He was ace, and the gig was amazing. Pepper, have you got any good news?
Not a great deal. I just think my presence is all the good news we need, isn't it?
It is. Exactly.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
After that, Mailbag is blessed like it's never been blessed before. Next, and I mean that as well. That sounded quite sarcastic, but I genuinely mean that. Next up, a question that needs to be answered with a bit of sensitivity and honesty, as the answer could have big consequences for years to come. TWS has asked, can you please help me settle a domestic dispute of utmost significance? Does a striped cushion go in front of a plain one or behind the plain one? So on Twitter, he put a picture on his couch. He had a plain cushion in front of a striped one and then swapped them round.
Striped at the back always.
Yeah.
I can't see the picture because I'm blocked.
What was that, Matt? Striped at the back?
Yeah, striped at the back, definitely.
What was the other cushion? Like plain.
Yeah,
you put the pattern at the back. Did you? Yeah, pattern at the back, and then you put the plain one.
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
looking at
The
the
basics of
picture.
interior design, Leslie. I can't look at the picture. I'm blocked.
You've been blocked.
I'll be honest. I'll be
Block
honest.
Laura?
I don't mean to be. I don't want to get blocked myself here, but I'll be honest. I just think that he needs new cushions because I don't think that lighter cushion goes with the whole. I don't know. It just doesn't quite go for me. I don't think it blends. I think the stripes got to go at the back. But one alternative is to alternate and to not have two, like one in front of the other. You do them sort of like on an end and do them across the couch rather than bunching them together. If that makes sense.
Next to each other.
Yeah, next to each other, alternated, and that way it would spread out and even out the stripes / no stripe situation that they find themselves in.
Yeah, I think the stripes at the back in this instance, but I think you're right. I think you need a different colour playing cushion.
Yeah,
slightly darker.
Our executive producer from this end has just shown me the pillows in question, or cushions in question, sorry. And I have to say, I'm with Pete on this. I think he needs new cushions completely because they are not nice. Sorry, mate. Probably continue to be blocked now, won't I? But sorry.
I mean, to be honest, we've not helped them in the slightest there, so we'll probably just block us all now. And, you know, fair enough. Pepper, have you got any thoughts on this interior design cushions? Don't know if you've seen the picture.
I haven't seen the picture in question, but I do think that if you sort of diagonalise it, sort of like give it a bit of a slant, you've added a bit of depth and dimension there that really adds to the room and the sort of general piece together.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
And another mailbag first, getting interior design advice as well.
From Pepper Mills as well, no less.
Well, exactly. I've got to pick up Chad's question from last week. What breed of dog would each player in the Everton side be? So I've narrowed it down to 5 because we could be at this all day. So I've gone Pickford, Branthwaite, Jimmy Bidston, McNeil, and Calvert-Lewin. What dog is Jordan Pickford?
Probably an XL bully.
That was my first thought as well, to be honest.
He's got a big, juicy arse. Yeah. Have you seen his bum? He's got the best bum in the Everton squad.
He has got an outstanding bum shelf.
Who's got a better bum? That's what I just said.
We're talking about Pickford.
Talking about Pickford. No, Bradley's far too young.
Get with the programme, Maggie.
God.
Maggie's there as well.
We're having an argument with our executive producer here, sorry.
Well, I can say, haven't seen from that bit of the park end, Pickford's arse is phenomenal, and he has got a tremendous arse. There's no two ways about it.
And XL bullies do now.
I think Pickford's arse is the equivalent of the XL bully's head. To be honest, I think Branthwaite, what are we saying? Lovely golden retriever, something like that.
Something like a proper wear, like or a Great Dane or something. Like Great something Dane. That's just like big but really like efficient, not too vicious, but like just gets the job done. A working dog,
nice fella as well.
Yeah, like a Great Dane. Great Danes, they've got like a nice temperament. The big, quick, Great Dane.
Pepper, any thoughts on that?
I don't know. What about like an Afghan hound? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Gives me that kind of vibe. You sort of got that sort of like blondness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw one in for Jimmy Bidston. And early on in the show, I'm gonna take it back to the 80s. So back in 80s Birkenhead, it was basically full of stray dogs with curly tails. I don't know if Liverpool had them. Sort of in the late 80s, early 90s, when there was loads of stray dogs and white dog turd knocking about. There was loads of stray dogs with curly tails. So that's what Jimmy Bidston would be for me. Any advance on that?
Stray dog.
Matt, Laura?
What was the question? Sorry, we've been having some technical issues.
No, we've just been given clearance by the management on this end that we are allowed to put our video on. It was a misunderstanding. He thought that we were like filming a video for something else rather than just doing webcam. So
we can reveal.
Ooh.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hang on.
What is going on?
Here we go.
Where are you?
Where do you think?
Surrounded by.
Are you in the Denby, but like in the stock room or something?
We're in the office.
Oh, the office! Oh!
So everywhere else is too noisy, and it's pretty noisy in here, so that gives it a...
We're on payroll now.
Looks like it. Any advance on a stray Birkenhead dog for Jimmy Bidston?
For Jimmy Bidston? Jack Russell.
Yeah.
Jack Russell.
I actually have my Westie here with a Westie. I don't know whether he'll show because we've got this background on. Maybe not.
No,
because he's all white, he won't show up.
Yeah. Like a sheepdog. A sheepdog. That's a good. He's from Cumbria. Clearly, like Jimmy Bidston. No, that's
Oh, Branthwaite.
What is with the Branthwaite? Branthwaite is it what? Jimmy Bidston.
The producer's just getting confused, thinking every single dog we're talking about is Branthwaite.
Okay.
Branthwaite on the mind. He's 40 over there.
He's a border terrier because he's from border.
Yeah.
Or a border collie.
Yeah.
Border collie's a good one. Pepper White McNeil, what are you saying?
Oh, do you know what? Like a Labrador, because I feel like they're just like super reliable and they like will put the work in and they've got so much energy and like I feel like you can't go wrong with a Labrador and you can't go wrong with Dwight McNeil. He's just he's got that kind of like nicely dozy face, but not in a bad way, in a nice way. He's got soul.
I disagree with that. Labradors are lazy bastards.
Oh, Labrador.
I just absolutely are.
They're cuddly though, aren't they? They're cuddly and friendly.
He's kind of with it because
he's a spaniel.
He's quite a quiet boy.
Whippet.
He's a little bit nervous.
Whippets are the most nervous dogs ever, aren't they?
Yeah, I reckon he's a little with it, you know.
All right, Ben. What's the fittest sort of the best looking dog you can think of? Because next up's Calvert Lewin. So it's got to be something really good looking.
Oh, a Dachshund.
Sound.
I feel like they've got lovely faces.
Well, yeah. I agree. Well, I'm slightly biased when it comes to good-looking dogs because I've got a Westie, haven't I? And he is an absolute he's a little rock star, isn't he? Whiskey Blue. So and also loads of energy. He's a little bit nuts. Actually, do you know what? He's more like Pickford. He's he rolls around a lot.
Yeah. Pickford is a Westie instead of an XL.
A Westie, yeah. Reliable, bit off his head. When he shouts, you know it, but he doesn't. He's not, you know, he doesn't say a lot, but when he does, you know about it.
Yeah, we'll have that. Right, we'll move on now to one from TWS again. So inspired by Jack Harrison. I don't think I've been as excited by a player in some time. That's going to bite us on the arse now. And his strike last week. Please detail your favourite Everton goal involving the goal frame. Anyone got any thoughts on this? I've got a few ideas.
I'm thinking one of Baines' free kicks went off the bar, didn't it? Against West Ham.
Yeah. West Ham, wasn't it? Yeah.
That's up there. Against Fiorentina, was that off the base of the post?
What was that? Ooh. Oh, yeah, Arteta it was, yeah.
Yeah. Did David Unsworth slam a penalty in the derby? Did that hit the underside of the bar?
This is the problem with jumping on Mailbag without doing your homework because I need
very good point.
We seem
thrown in spontaneously.
We seem to have lost Pepper, so I don't know if it's a diva strop or it's.
Oh, it's a diva. It's diva strop.
It's a diva strop.
She's on a tight schedule. I'm surprised she was on for this long. To be fair.
Me too. To be honest, I mean,
that was easily my favourite Mailbag.
She was in the company
moment
of another superstar. She obviously knew that. So
well, Maggie asked for Kazoo, and I thought, well, who better? Who in the world better? Do you know what I mean?
We got Kazoo.
We got the Kazoo Queen.
My thoughts on this one: Rooney v Arsenal.
Yeah,
that was a lovely one. Sigurdsson against Southampton, where I think it hit pretty much every bit of woodwork it could.
Oh yeah.
What?
Don't remember that one.
Is he still redacted?
I don't know. I don't think we're allowed to be told whether he's or not.
Yeah, I don't know if he is redacted or not. Well, there was a goal at Southampton anyway a few years back. That
from someone
outside of the box, hit the bar, hit the post, hit the line, hit the net, and I think it hit the other post.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah,
it did happen. Can I have one which isn't technically a goal? Eto at Burnley. When was it Eto himself or someone leathers the ball after it goes in and it cannons off the bar and it's the goalie on the back of the head?
It was Naismith on the follow-up, wasn't it?
He volleyed the ball at him.
That was amazing. Better than any goal ever, that. One other one I thought of was Graham. Has anyone seen Sharpie's volley against Spurs? This is like early 80s. It's down the park end.
I think he's spoken about it before, haven't you?
Yeah, and I was watching it before, and from one angle, like the TV cameras didn't catch it well at all. From one angle, it looks like it hits the bar and goes in, but I don't know if it did. I was only 5 at the time. I hadn't been to my first game. So if anyone knows or remembers if it did hit the bar, let us know. Stuart Mason has asked, if you played for Everton, what shirt number would you want and why, Pete?
I was always number 10. I've said this before. Always number 10 in school. So, yeah, number 10 for me.
Was that the number 10 position as well? Because that used to be like midfielder.
Yeah. So I used to play. I was one of them where they'd sort of stick me wherever. Like sort of basically like centre mid, but like a little bit further forward. Not quite the number 10 as you call it now, but like the further forward of the two central midfielders, if you like. But yeah, it was always number 10.
What formation were you playing then?
We used to have it was basically 4-4-2 or 4-4-1-1. And if it was 4-4-1-1, then I'd be the one behind the centre forward, if you like. But yeah, I was always number 10, McFarlane number 10.
That just made me think, like when I was playing Sunday League, it was like was the mid-late 90s, and everyone was playing like 5-3-2.
Yeah.
It was like proper Christmas tree formation. So I was like number 3 and a wing back. And if I didn't get my number 3 shirt, I would just convince myself straight away I was having the worst game ever.
We had proper centre halves in our team, though. We had John Gunner, Jamie Hughes playing for us, Anthony Addison. We had a boss little team.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a team full of lads from before the state. It was probably the hardest team in the division, and then me in it as well to let the side down. Matt and Laura, what number shirt you having?
Still here.
Yeah, we're still here. You're not hearing them.
Yeah, but look, he's frozen again.
Yeah, but they can't.
I don't know, can they?
We can still hear you.
Okay. All right, okay.
If we freeze, I think you're still there. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Right, okay. I'd wear number 10 and play centre half just to piss off Keith.
No, that would really annoy me as well. Don't do that. Please do not do that. I've had quite a few numbers down the years. I've always been number 10, 11 or 9. At the moment, I'm 19. I was kind of just given that, but I would probably want to take them. And we've all said number 10, but that's the position I play, and that was my uni number as well. And I've got to keep the shirt from uni, which they don't usually do. But I was number 9 at futsal, so take 9 or 10.
Yeah. So 3 10s, a 9 and a 3. Guy, Laura, I'll go to you on this one. Stuart Guy said, in honour of the Goodison Sleepout Gang, what is the strangest place that you've slept?
Oh, this was Stu's question, wasn't it? Oh, God.
Yeah.
I do not want to answer that question.
Apart from, you could say Goodison. I'll quickly get this question. How'd you stay warm at the Goodison Sleepouts? Snuggling gates.
I told you, but dropping out.
I'm not saying the park end. I've definitely slept in a few pubs. Not this pub. What? Can they hear us or not?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Probably not now.
We can.
Hear that.
Yeah.
Pete, where's the weirdest place you've slept?
Right, so I've got a thing about this where it's not necessarily where I fell asleep; it was where I woke up. Because I've got a thing where I sleepwalk, and I don't drink anymore. But it used to happen more often when I drank. So when I used to go to Spain for the summer, one day I woke up and I was on a sun lounger. I'd gone to sleep in my bedroom, but I woke up on a sun lounger and stood up and didn't realise I was completely naked, and I was sunburnt. Apart from like a sheet covering me bits, I was sunburnt everywhere else. But the problem is that our balcony overlooks the pool, so I stood up not knowing
Jesus.
And ended up having to like run in.
What time was this? Was the pool like that?
This is like 1 o'clock Spanish heat peak time. So I was red up. Best tan I've ever had in my life, apart from like a stripe across me. Yeah, but So yeah, I've woken up in the garden before. But I say I don't drink anymore, so it doesn't happen. But yeah, I used to be bad for sleepwalking.
I think you need to release a book of your experiences in Spain.
Yeah. Oh, mate, honestly.
Because there's some good stories in there.
Oh, there's plenty, believe me.
I think my weirdest one is the McDonald's at King's Cross Station after missing the coach to Lille.
Oh,
that was grim.
Oh,
it was bad. There was a fella sat next to us, and he was scribbling notes out on napkins. And it was like, you know, in The Shining, like all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Oh God!
Like he was just scribbling that out on napkins. It was terrifying. So I think I probably only got about 20 minutes kick, but I did sleep there, and it was the weirdest and one of the worst experiences of my life. It was terrible. I tell you what, anyone watching on YouTube, you're gonna have some cracking shots of Matt and Laura just like on the screen. Can you hear us?
Yeah, just about.
So, there you go.
Yeah, it looks like you're moving and talking again now. You're frozen for about 10 seconds before.
Well, you were as well then, for us. But we've been able to hear you. So any weird places you've slept or woke up, Matt?
I mean, I once had a time in Copenhagen where I was basically asleep walking around, and then I suddenly just went bink, like awake, and it was about 4 hours later. But for myself, I haven't really got much of a story, but one of my sister's mates once woke up on the roundabout by Seaport Docks.
Okay.
God.
So, God knows, you're the one underneath the flyover.
Yeah.
That goes into Waterloo.
I mean,
not clear how we got there.
Did he live anywhere by that? Have you been out by there, or?
Oh, God, no, he lived in Kenny at the time, I think.
Oh, that's okay. Jesus.
That is mad.
Yeah, so Maggie's asked, how do you stay warm at the Goodison Sleepout? Laura, how do you stay warm at the Goodison Sleepout?
Well, I'll tell you, I did. I didn't sleep, and it was freezing. So, wear more layers, and hope for the best.
Because the right answer to this was snuggling Gatesy, but I guess that doesn't apply to you.
What? Well, yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
but it is. I do give good snuggles.
Just not in the park end.
Are you on the Wi-Fi?
Right, Tommy has asked, and we just need quick fire one word answer to this: black football boots or multicolored?
Black.
Multicolored.
Black.
Always black.
Multicolored. Should not be hipsters.
Always black leather.
Yeah, 100%.
Matt, what multicolours are you going with then? What colours are you going with on your boots?
Rainbow.
Rainbow boots.
Full rainbow.
Has anyone brought a pair of rainbow boots?
Same as Ghana gays, aren't they?
Yeah. Matt, have you got time for a Matt Plus political soapbox? We've got 7 minutes left of this part.
Better not this week.
Probably not. Yeah, it's probably not the right time. Peter Mac, this is another one from Maggie. It's the women's derby tomorrow at the Upside Down. What's your 3 favourite things about the women's team?
The fans, the
flags. Not the men's team. Is that one?
Yeah. The fans and flags. I'll use as one.
That looks amazing. The flags you got up at Walton Hall.
Because I'm really enjoying the atmosphere at Walton Hall Park at the moment, because we are, we've got songs for every player. Everyone's enjoying it. It's a good atmosphere. The players, just generally, I think we've got a great squad of players, and I think I like the camaraderie amongst the group. So yeah, players, and obviously Walton Hall Park. Walton Hall Park, just in general, love it. Love going to that place. It's like our home. It is our home. It's our home now, and yeah, really settled. I'm really not looking forward to going to Mordor tomorrow.
No. Is anyone are you fan? Is the build up the same as the men's? So it's just going to be abject dread all week for us. What's the build up like for the women's derby? Have they not been infected with that level of cynicism yet? What sounds like you're saying about the atmosphere, that it's that good and everyone is like dead supportive. Is it not the same sort of cynicism as the men's?
Oh, don't get me wrong. Going to Anfield is going to Anfield. Do you know what I mean? It's like I've been dreading this all week. I've been dreading this for the last month. You asked me before we started, are you enjoying your Everton free weekend? And I was like, I haven't had one. I'm like, I don't get one. It's no, there's no difference in terms of the feeling, in terms of the anticipation, and in terms of the nervousness. I hope the players, although to be fair, the players seem to handle it a lot better than the men, because the last 2 times we've played there, we've won. So, you know, it's for them, they've gone out there and performed. So I just hope we can do that tomorrow. But as a fan, no difference whatsoever. Just if our badge is playing that badge, you know, there's no difference. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, at any level, even if it's on the PS5, doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, I don't want them to win a throw-in. You know what I mean? On FIFA. But yeah, as I say, no difference whatsoever in terms of us as supporters. It's the derby, and we've got to go and beat them.
Good. That's good to hear. One for me, my favourite thing about Tesco, getting a £2.50 smoothie and a meal deal. That's it. Another one from Maggie. Well, we've got like a few minutes left, so we'll finish on Maggie's ones. How to make the perfect cuppa? Matt, Laura, how do you make the perfect cuppa?
So it depends on whether you're using pot or it's straight out of the kettle.
Well, it's one or the other, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be in a pot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tea leaves, no strainer, let it brew. Milk first in the cup.
There we go.
Tea on top.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
That's how you do it with
You can put milk first if you're using the pot. If you're using a bag in the cup, you can't.
Milk.
That's a fair rule. If you're not using a strainer, do you use a strainer on the cup as you pour teapot tea in?
Nope.
Do you get tea?
If you've got a proper teapot, the leaves won't come out.
No.
Oh, okay, that's quite fancy.
Well, not really. Like a £5 teapot. That's why the spout is shaped like it is.
Ah, see, I feel like I'm like fraud now, because I like fancy myself as a bit of a tea aficionado when I didn't know this. Absolute fraud. Well, there you go then, yeah. Tea cozy or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks nice.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. And we got 3 minutes left. We'll throw this one out. This is a big question. Who in the UK right now most deserves chinning?
Chinning.
My first thought was Grant Shapps.
Chinning?
Yeah.
Franny.
Paneling.
Walking past.
Yes.
Shut up, it is out. Who deserves most chinning? Bloody hell.
God,
it's a crowded field after the crowd that were in Liverpool last weekend.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to chin Keir Starmer because I'm going to 2-foot him, so he's out.
Oh, yeah, we have that last week,
already. PT, do you want to chin?
Oh, just any Tory. Any. Just any. Yeah, just line them up until my hands fall off.
Go on a chinning spree. Matt, Laura, any advance?
I'd get a kick out of doing it to Rishi Sunak, to be fair.
Would you not feel a little bit bad?
No.
He's about 4 foot tall, isn't he?
Yeah, but at least I'd be able to win. To fight, I know I'd win.
I reckon you can hold your own against a lot of people. I'll play Defo.
Who would I chin? It's too hard to pick.
Matt's the baldy fella at the gig last night. That'll do.
Yeah. Which one?
As you said, stood at the bar at the gig last night. It was like being in the park end. It was just a sea of pink and grey. That's all it was. It was wonderful though. Right, we will reconvene in a few minutes because that's all we've got time for in this half. Only got a couple of questions to go in the second half, so we won't take very long. We will catch you very soon. Don't go anywhere or go somewhere. Just let us know what advert you got. We are back for the second part of this week's mailbag. Probably won't take long because we've only got 3 questions to do. First one from Dyche which, if you're not following him, follow him and play the fuck out of Parisian Nights on Spotify because it's amazing. Just go and do that. He said, is Sam Johnston the next pretender to Pickford's crown? I already know the answer. I don't know who Sam Johnston is. Did he play in goal for England last night or something?
Yeah.
I think he did, yeah.
Is it the new Ramsdale?
I don't think anyone watched it, to be honest.
I didn't watch it. No.
Anyway.
Ryan Reynolds is the only person in the world who watched that match.
Yeah. Fair enough. And that was probably because he was up in the middle of the night. That was all.
He was at West Brom for ages, wasn't he, Sam Johnston?
Was he?
Is it that fella or is it someone else?
Yeah, I think it is. Is it? Yeah. Is that
the Sam Johnson we're talking about, the goalkeeper?
I have no idea.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Palace. Yeah, I actually rate him, but I just think he was touted as an England goalkeeper years ago and never. And obviously, this debate about Pickford's just ridiculous anyway, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, he's not.
Ramsdale isn't even Arsenal's number one now, so yeah, he can do one.
That's not even the question. So the question is,
this one on Nick Pope isn't getting anywhere near.
Here's a better question: would you rather have Dyche forever, or only ever be able to watch Mrs. Brown's Boys on the telly and nothing else?
Dyche forever.
Dyche forever.
Yeah, Dyche forever. That's clearly. Is that Dan Vane's question?
No, surprisingly not. No.
That's clearly someone who doesn't like Dyche.
Dan would 100% watch Mrs. Brown's Boys and nothing else for the rest of his life. I know that. Yeah. I don't want to speak for him, but he definitely would. It's Dyche forever. Let's get a t-shirt. TWS, last two questions for TWS. Julie Bold's BBC Sounds masterwork has revealed that Sean Dyche expects, nay, demands to be called the Gaffer. Christ. Fuck it, I'm watching Mrs. Brown's Boys. What nickname do you fancy for yourself that you'd like to impose? So I guess very much in the way that Paul Ince was the self-styled governor. What self-styled nickname would you like to give yourself?
God, the Duke of Duke Street.
Yes.
Straight in there, wasn't he?
We should all defer to that now, Matt, and just call it the Duke of Duke Street. Or just the Duke.
I quite like my nicknames, to be fair.
What's yours?
I just get I get LG, I get Gatesy, and then I get L Plate.
L Plate? Yeah.
L Plate.
That's what Les calls me. He calls me L Plate. He just always has done. He's the only person in the world that does it, but it's so endearing because it's me little Everton Dar, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I'm glad it's never caught on.
He heard it for the first time the other week. Was it when we were where were we?
Oh, it would have been after Bournemouth.
Yeah, I think it was after Bournemouth, wasn't it? And then he was like, "What? L Plate? I like that." And then he was, "I'm going to make that stick," and then I've not heard it from him since. So.
Oh God, I listened back to that post-match and I was so ridiculously drunk on that.
I refuse. I haven't listened back to it. I've just asked people that I know who've listened to it and said, "Did I make any sense?" And they're kind of like, maybe a little bit, but.
Yeah, we were quite drunk and just high on the pure emotion of Everton winning.
Oh, brilliant.
Pete, nickname?
I don't really have any. I mean, I've got like the obvious boring ones. Like,
if you could give yourself one, just if you could write, this is me, distilled McFarlane right here in a nickname.
I couldn't even, honestly, off the top of my head. I'll have to come back to you on this one.
Okay.
Just put a V instead of the Gaffer, the Macher. And then I can just claim. I can just claim to be the sole one.
The Macher.
Like the one. Like
I mean,
that's Macher, but that's the Macher. You know what I mean?
It's like there's like a really world famous Macher to come from Liverpool. It's not like that at ends at all.
Well, he's just, you know what I mean. But like, yeah, that's that Paul Macher.
You're the Macher. Yeah, he's Paul Macher. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm just going to go with, do you know who I am? So people should. Last question. TWS, again, final one. Please disclose your coping strategy for the coming weeks.
For what?
The coming weeks.
Please disclose your coping strategy for the coming weeks. So he's put a little picture there. So obviously, women's derby tomorrow, men's derby next Saturday. And then apparently this on the 25th of October, Everton referral hearing over alleged breach of financial rules set for October 25th.
Oh yeah, that's coming up, isn't it?
It's going to be quite the ride.
It's going to be very funny when nothing happens over that.
Yeah. Coping mechanism. Everything's outside of our control, so just go along for the ride. Wow, see what the fuck happens, and have a pint in the Denby Castle.
That's it.
Nice.
You can't control it, my little warrior.
We should
see my anxiety in my head is going
zen.
My anxiety is going, no, that's not happening.
Do you know what I do as well? I'm really, I know you touched on it before, I'm really enjoying this Julia Bold's BBC doc.
I was meant to mention.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I've not listened to it yet.
Well, like reliving the anxiety and, and the stress and everything. It's honestly, it's mad because as the season goes through, you know how it ends and you know what's coming. But for some reason, it's so tense, and it really does. It translates really well.
Well done. It's so well
it's amazing.
Done she's done it, and you can feel the emotion in it, and obviously, like, she's put, God, best part of a year's work into that.
Yeah. I'd recommend anyone to watch that basically in the build up to the next few weeks, because I just think I ended up binge watching like 7 episodes the first day it came out. I couldn't put my phone down. I had to keep listening. So recommend to anyone listen to that.
No, there's not video. He's obviously just.
But do you know what? Right, if Julia's put that much effort in and that much of a life in for a year of Everton, I would like to ask sincerely, is she okay? I hope she's okay, because
she's doing the best she can.
Yeah, that's a thankless task.
She deserves all the plaudits she's getting for that. I will say that, and obviously she's getting a lot of love on social media for the work she's put in, because I think it's a series that, you know, with Everton we don't get to see too much of that sort of stuff, and it's given us more of an insight into the club than we usually would get, and I think she's done it in such a brilliant way that is probably, you know, given the fans a little bit more as well, and I think it probably has brought up some more emotions from people from everything that's been going on for the past few years. But yeah, I think she's done a fantastic job, and I think she'll probably cringe if she heard me saying all this, because she is a real friend. But you know,
she deserves the credit.
Yeah, I have told her how proud I am of her, and I just gotta publicly put that out there now as well, how proud I am. So,
that's amazing. We'll finish on that. There's no more to be said apart from tell your loved ones that you love them. Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Laura. Thanks, Matt. Thanks to Pepper, especially for the little strop, but especially for the kazoo. Thanks to everyone who sent questions in. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, whatever you're doing, and we will catch you next time on Mailbag.